I just got back home from Brickworld Chicago, where I spent an absolute ton of money on a load of Star Wars figs, clones, rare Lord of the Rings minifigures, customs, and even dinosaurs. So let's have a little look at what we got. So firstly, we have our brick badge here with all of our freebies, with a load of stickers and bricks from people that I met over there, and of course my Brickworld pass. I didn't buy too many actual pieces over there. We got this bag of tiles here, as well as some masonry bricks, which are pretty cool. And then of course we did a parts draft or a set draft, which was really fun to do. This was for the tiny plant set, and it turned out pretty well, I'd say. Some very random pieces in there, but hopefully we'll find something cool to do with them. Next, as you can see, we have a ton of the new battle packs. Basically, this is, I think, 18 battle packs. I can't remember exactly. I think it might have been 20 actually. You know what? I have no idea, but it was basically from my friend Brickley. We have just loads of the clones in this one and loads of the droids in this one. We ended up getting a really good deal because we sold all the parts and stuff. These were two highlights of the customs that I bought at the convention. We have loads of customs, but these are basically from a Mayday figs drop he did. This is a beautiful Cassian Andor fig, as well as this incredible Geonosian, which just looks phenomenal. We have the Geonosian legs there, made with basically the Demigorgon legs. I don't know how he managed to get so many of them, but basically they managed to print them on there and they look incredible. Let's quickly put this guy together. So this is Sunfact from episode 2. He's missing an eye, so they printed over the top of one of the eyes, and then made these custom wings for him, which are pointing downwards and tucked away as if he's landed. Shout out to the guys that collaborated on this amazing project. Oh, and they dropped an Aura Sing fig, but I decided to hold off and just get this head instead to upgrade my Clone Wars version. It looks pretty sweet. Citizen Brick is always a company that I sort of turned a blind eye to, but they are phenomenal, so I managed to get a couple of figs from them with this awesome zombie basketball player. Even the ball is a printed head. I also picked up this military guy and then a bunch of heads here just to be used in different videos and stuff like that. They are really a seriously good pad printer company, and I just kept going back to their booth to buy more. Of course, the medieval representation was there with K-Town Bricks, and these guys are again an amazing company. We picked up loads of different stuff from them. These stained glass windows are crazy, and we've got a few different torsos here for different knights and different peasants and things like that, as well as a couple of orc heads and some awesome Uruk-hai body armor. I then got a few other bits and pieces from them, and overall just spent far too much money. Then I think all of these customs here came from Brick Tactical. I again went back multiple times, starting with these awesome power-ups that are basically from COD Zombies, like the insta-kill, the double points, and things like that. We've got a few more heads here, including some more zombies, this crazy ray gun and ray gun Mark II, a couple of Amazon parcels, a new Californian Republic sign from Fallout, a pad-printed bloody torso, and this awesome Nike shoebox. I also met the guy who designed the Lego office set, and he gave me one of these tiles. And then I think the majority of the rest of this was basically picked up at the yard sales and different things where they were selling basically official Lego figures and stuff. We got some sweet deals, so let's go and have a look through this bag. We've got 3 more dinos to add to our growing dinosaur collection, as well as this ostrich to add to our animal collection. I say collection, but I really just poured way too much money into these, so I think it's more of an addiction. But yeah, once you start collecting those different molds, it's really hard to stop. And speaking of molds, we have this Wampa. For some reason, I'd never had a Wampa before, and I got a deal that I just could not say no to, so here we go, we've got a Wampa now. I brought with me to the convention a load of figs that I didn't really want anymore, so I traded some for these Star Wars figs here. I think that Agent Callus with the helmet has got to be the highlight here, but we got rid of a fair few figs. I'd always kind of wanted these modern movie style Ninja Turtles, and when I managed to get a crazy trade for these two here, I kind of had to complete the collection, and so I ended up spending a bit too much money on the other two, but overall we got a pretty good deal on the 4 figs right here. I saw this in Target as well, and yeah, I bought an Animal Crossing polybag. Not sure why, maybe for a video in the future, but who knows. Oh, and I didn't put this in the Star Wars section, but we also got a P1 clone from 2002. These are OG clones here. I've never had one before, so I traded one. Honestly, can't remember the deal I got, but I think it was relatively decent. I think I traded it for some like old 212th or maybe a new 212th or something like that, but really cool fig to add to the collection. And then Blame Barad-dûr, but the main thing I was looking for was also Lord of the Rings figs. I'm again still trying to hoard as many as I can. So you can see we spent far too much money on lots of different Lord of the Rings figs. So let's take a quick look at what we managed to get. This is kind of crazy. It's a misprinted King of the Dead. Basically, you can see this face is completely fine. But when we flip it around on the back side, you can see it's basically really shifted down on the head there. His beard's cut off, and it just looks really, really cool. So either I'll keep this guy and display him as his just normal face on the other side, or I'll sell him. I did speak to some people who know a little bit about it, and they said it could be upwards of $200 for this fig. So if you want this fig and you're a misprint collector, hit me up in the comments or DM me on Instagram. I might put it up on my story on Instagram to sell it, so we'll have to see. Then probably my biggest one-time single purchase was all of these dwarfs right here. This is basically every single one of Thorin's party, including Bilbo and a Gandalf without a beard over there. But basically I got all of these for $250, which didn't seem too bad, to be honest. I think it's pretty good considering they're all in really good condition, and it was just good to get them all in one go. I think I did already have a few of these guys, but I'll have to sell those. But I completely forgot that I kind of had a couple already. This is just a really sick amount of dwarfs to get in one go, and I can't wait to buy more and more Lego Lord of the Rings and Hobbit figures to go with these guys. Maybe I'll have to do a Hobbit video in the future to try and fit all these in, but that might be really cool, but we'll see. I pulled the trigger on a Galadriel. I'm not sure exactly how much I paid for this, maybe $30 or $40, but I think it was a pretty good deal and it's good to get her in the collection as well. And then the rest of it's just orc army building with a couple of goblins there in the middle. I don't think I've got any goblins yet, and I think that one does have the orc torso. But yeah, we have some hunter orcs, some Gundabad orcs, and then a couple of goblins. And yeah, I just wanted to continue to grow the armies of these guys. But overall, I'd say that's a pretty successful haul. I spent far too much money, but had a load of fun. It was such a good time. You should check out some of my friends' vlogs that they did over there. Let me know what you think I should pick up in terms of growing my Lord of the Rings collection. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, which might be another 5 months, knowing how frequently I post on this second channel. But yeah, bear with me and hopefully it won't be so long.